Nipsey Hussle, man, this was sad. This just, man, I get very emotional when it comes to this guy because like it's just a sad, sad story, man. It's a guy that was really, really would have shaped our future in a different way, man. I think he was one of those rare few, and this is what I mean. I think Nipsey is gonna, as the years go on, he's gonna become one of those Michael Jacksons and Tupacs because he has so many of those quotes and those motivational things and all those futuristic things that he was speaking about and that he's talking about. This was just sad, man, because in this clip, Steve Stoute, who, huge manager, he's mentioned in the Get Rich or Die Trying documentary where Sha Money calls him out. Steve Stoute revealed that Nipsey Hussle texted him a couple days before he passed away. He texted him like March 26th and asked him questions about Nas, like when they were creating the Illmatic album or the follow-up from Illmatic. It was written. They asked him, with such a classic album, how'd you guys follow that up? Like Nipsey was asking those type of questions, and he was like, whoa, like I never got somebody ask me that. So because Nipsey was working on his sophomore album. This is like 3-4 days before he passed away, which is wild. So he was working on his sophomore album, asked those questions, and just overall sad, man. So let me play the clip for you guys.
I had spent time with Nipsey. He, very special, very unfortunate circumstance. And he was so supportive of United Masters from the beginning. I would go speak and he would be in the front row. Like he'd be sitting in the front row. It was like crazy that he would do that. But he was so keen on understanding, and that was his whole thing, knowledge of everything. And anyhow, he sent me a text that I still have.
Wow.
Get my phone for a second. Oh shit, look at this. There it is, boom. Look at this, right there.
Wow.
Read that.
Read that.
Yeah, read it. Huh?
Be that.
All right. This is March 26, 2019. Nipsey says, top of the week, hope you solid. Got a question. I want to ask you about making my sophomore album. When y'all made It Was Written, do you feel like y'all did anything wrong? And you respond, you're crazy for asking that. So smart. The biggest mistake we made was rushing to get Dr. Dre, Nas Is Coming. It was decent, not great. That was Dr. Dre's first production outside of Death Row. Oh, wow. I didn't think about that. The smartest thing we did was go for the feature out the gate, utilizing his credibility from Illmatic. So I Rule the World made perfect sense. Nipsey responds, right, in capital letters. If I Rule the World was undeniable. I was 11 or 12 and I remember being blown away. And we was on some West Coast only shit back then. That song was the only voice other than Pac that spoke to us as young kids from the street on that level. I gave you power, the message, street dreams, affirmative action. Watch them niggas if I Ruled the World classics.
Boom. Stop. Cool.
Wow.
It's personal after that. So, and if you look at the date and then when he passed, you see how tight
Damn, that was just a couple days prior.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, just watching that, I watched most of that Steve Stoute clip. Shout out to B. Dot and Elliot for a great interview. Rap Radar podcast, they do a great job. And dude, like, I haven't had new Nipsey Hussle music in so long. So to me, it's like, it sucks, man. The guy is gearing up for sophomore album, starting off strong, racks in the middle. To me, I love, and that's what I'm saying. This is why hip hop is dying, because all the people that were pushing it forward, that were giving us the new versions of what we had in the early 2000s, all started passing away. And Nipsey was one of those business-minded, motivational, like a Jay-Z, like, even mixtures of Nas. Like, he had that storytelling ability too, and a lot of motivational business talk. And, passes away. Not passes away, but gets killed. Pop Smoke having that more 50 gritty hip hop, boom, I'm in your face, loud, aggressive music, gets killed. XXX Tentacion, more, different styles, more emotional. You could kind of throw it at Kanye kind of a little bit in there. A lot of different, flavors from him as well. And, you got Juice WRLD, all these, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Nipsey was one of those that would have impacted. And I know Nipsey had a long, time before he actually started to blow up. So you can kind of look at him as an old artist, but that was his first major studio album. It was in 2018, Victory Lap. So he was still, in terms of a major, Releases, new, brand new, sophomore album. That's it, man. In terms of mixtape and stuff, he's been around for a while. But that's what I mean, man. That's so sad. Like a couple days later, he's dead. You know, that he sent that text March 26th. I actually looked at the dates. That was on a Tuesday. And then that Sunday, that week, he died. He got killed. So, yeah, man, overall, sad. The questions he was asking, I could tell the sophomore album would have been a classic. Asking questions like that, most artists don't do that. And that's why Steve Stoute mentioned it, because it just his mind was somewhere different, some at a different level than other artists. And he took his time with his music. Like, he even told, like, the way the Game got his album title, the Born to Rap album title, he says when he was working with Nipsey on the song that's on the album, he said Game was like, you know, what's taking you forever to write this verse? He was taking like hours just to write one verse. He was like, chill, you know, he's like, not everybody's born to rap like you know, and that's where he got the album title from. But Nipsey would take his time, man. And that's the thing that a lot of artists are missing today's time too. They want to become that Lil Wayne and Jay-Z where they don't write anything down. They just want to go off the top of their head and finish a record as quickly as possible and put out as much projects out as possible. That, you know, that formula doesn't work for everybody, man. Future could nail that. Lil Wayne could nail that. 50, you know, at a certain point when he's releasing mixtapes could nail that. Certain artists could nail that level of like putting out music, but not many, man. It's rare. Like, you can count on one hand how many people have done that successfully, where they just flood the streets with music and have this insane buzz. That doesn't happen often. And, you know, with Nipsey, he was a different type of artist where he would take his time. You know, he dropped Victory Lap 2018, the beginning of 2018. Started releasing it like the singles like late 2017. Dropped in February 2018. Dropped the first single off his album in 2019. So he was gearing up for Sophomore. So yeah, it would have been a back-to-back year type of album, but think about all the time he's you know, all the work he's put in, all the training basically he's gone through to finally get to this moment. So sad, man. Just I always get like very upset when talking about Nipsey, because it's just like he had, you know, like he was the one that was gonna get to this next level. I remember, man, when he dropped the first single, Rap, you know what? Can't say the word, but you guys know what I'm talking about. The first, I said it, man. Look at the comments. Victory Lab about to be a classic. And what was it, man? It's to me, I could say damn near a classic. I want to say, I don't know. I jump sometimes a 9 out of 10, and then I go 9.5, and then I go 10 out of 10. But it's like, to me, 10 out of 10 is obviously classic. So it's a 9 out of 10, 100% that album. But yeah, man, just dope to see this story, and you know, for him, Steve Stoute, to reveal that. That's really cool of him. So dope interview, man. Check it out. Steve Stoute, Rap Radar Podcast.